In the quiet town of Delphi, Indiana, winter blankets the landscape.
Streets are lined with snow, and children play freely.
Residents are familiar with their routinous shopping at local stores and chatting with neighbors. Life seems predictable. On this winter afternoon, a sudden siren pierces the air, disrupting the usual calmness of the town. Confusion spreads among residents. They gather, whispering about the unexpected occurrence, worrying about their neighbors. As people seek information, some rush toward the side of the commotion, driven by a mix of concern and curiosity. What started as an ordinary day is morphing into something else. An ambulance arrives, heightening the tension in the air. As the ambulance doors swing open, paramedics rush out, their urgency palpable. A small crowd watches, whispering anxiously. Among the crowd, a woman steps forward, her face pale.
She strains to catch a glimpse of what's happening inside the ambulance.
In the distance, two young girls, Liberty and Abigail, finish their hike, blissfully unaware of the commotion awaiting them. Liberty pauses, taking a photo of the sunset. Abigail, excited, suggests they head back to see their friends. They think of the stories that await them at the park. The thrill of sharing the day's memories fills them with laughter. As they approach the edge of the woods, the distant sound of sirens grows louder, disrupting the peaceful evening. A sense of unease washes over Liberty. She looks at Abigail, her friend, sensing something is not right.
The girls quicken their pace, eager to return home yet apprehensive about what awaits them.
Shadows stretch as dusk approaches. Arriving at the park, they see the crowd. Their eyes widen, curiosity mixed with concern as they scan for familiar faces. Liberty calls out for her friends, but her voice is drowned by the murmurs of the crowd. The atmosphere feels heavy. Suddenly, a man in a jacket approaches. His serious demeanor sends a wave of silence through the gathering, intensifying fears. He raises a hand, gesturing for attention, ready to address the concerns that weigh heavily on everyone's hearts and minds. Liberty and Abigail step through the trees, unaware of the tension brewing nearby. The sunlight filters through the leaves, creating a tranquil scene. With each step, they share laughter, capturing the joy of their adventure on Liberty's phone. Nature surrounds them, full of life. Suddenly, they notice a subtle shift in the air. An unfamiliar sound calls for their attention, an unsettling feeling creeping in. In the distance, a solitary figure appears. He stands still, gazing at them, his posture serene, yet out of place in the wilderness. Liberty feels an instinctive pull to record this moment, her intuition warning her that something is not right. The man begins walking toward them, maintaining an oddly calm demeanor.
The girls exchange nervous glances without speaking.
As he draws closer, his voice cuts through the quiet, guides down the hill. The weight of his words hangs in the air. Liberty's heart races. The words have an unsettling quality.
She continues to record, a mix of curiosity and fear flooding her mind.
Abigail shifts nervously, sensing Liberty's unease. They both glance toward where the man pointed, curiosity battling caution. The forest seems to hush, as if holding its breath, as the girls contemplate their next move, uncertainty washing over them. Liberty speaks up, breaking the silence. "What do you mean, down the hill?" Her voice is steadier than she feels. He simply gestures again toward the hill, his expression unchanged. The mystery deepens, and the girls' concern grows. Their instincts collide. Should they follow his direction or retreat? Time hangs heavy with the weight of the decision. Liberty captures the moment on her phone. The recording becomes a safety net, a small source of comfort amidst the brewing tension. Abigail's voice trembles. "Do you think we should go?" Her gaze flickers between Liberty and the man, searching for reassurance. Liberty weighs the options, her heart thumping in her chest. She considers the unknown dangers that may await them. The man's calm demeanor remains, almost unnerving against the backdrop of the tense atmosphere, as if he knows more than he reveals. Something feels off, Liberty finally admits, glancing at her friend, hoping to find shared apprehension reflecting in Abigail's eyes. Yet, the attraction of adventure tugs at them. Liberty can't shake the feeling that this moment is pivotal to their journey. Abigail takes a breath. Her voice finally steadies. "Let's just peek down the hill." "Well, be careful." They nod in agreement. With cautious steps, the girls begin to move towards the hill. each stride filled with a mix of thrill and dread. As they descend, the weight of the unknown settles upon them. They can't help but wonder what lies ahead.
Then, in the quiet of the woods, the faint sound of voices reaches their ears, echoing of secrets yet to be discovered.
The girls stand still, the distant voices growing clearer. They exchange anxious glances, unsure of whether to call for help or investigate. Curiosity wins. They cautiously advance down the hill, their hearts racing with anticipation and dread as they follow the sound. As they descend, the voices grow louder, yet the words remain indistinct. A whispering wind carries a sense of urgency. Suddenly, a rustle nearby makes them freeze. Their instincts kick in, and they instinctively reach for each other. From the bushes emerges the same mysterious man, his expression unreadable, as if he knows more than he reveals. He gestures for them to come closer, his voice almost a whisper. "You have to hear this. Follow me." Unease washes over them, but the promise of answers is irresistible. They step forward, heartbeats pounding in unison. He leads them deeper into the woods until they reach a clearing. In the center lies an old tape recorder buzzing. The recorder crackles to life, filling the air with muffled voices and eerie laughter that sends shivers down their spines. Panic grips them as they recognize a familiar voice among the chaos. It's their friend, calling for help. With newfound urgency, they exchange horrified glances. They must find a way to help their friend, no matter the cost. As they rush to retrace their path, they feel the weight of the forest around them, knowing they are not alone. They push through the underbrush, their hearts racing. The voices echo in their minds, a haunting symphony that drives them deeper. Suddenly, they spot a shadowy figure ahead. The man they had followed stands still, his back turned. Fear grips them, but curiosity compels them to approach. They feel a pull, as if he holds the answers they seek. As they near, the figure turns, revealing a familiar yet unsettling smile. It's the face of someone they had once trusted. Stunned, they exchange glances, the realization dawning. The questions are multiplying, each one heavier than the last. With their hearts pounding, they step back. The mystery isn't just about the man, it's about everything he represents. In a quiet town, whispers of tragedy surround its streets, casting a shadow on the community's daily life. Two young girls went missing on what seemed to be an ordinary day, igniting panic among the townsfolk. The search for answers began, with everyone in the community joining forces, driven by fear and concern. Amidst the chaos, a chilling truth emerged: the killer had been captured on video, yet remained a mystery. The revelation raised questions: how could someone be seen but still remain nameless and unknown? As we explore this perplexing case, we seek to understand the deeper implications of being caught on camera. As the investigation unfolded, the town's residents gathered to discuss the chilling details of the case. Detectives met to piece together vital information, examining each aspect of the video frame by frame. They focused on the man's appearance, hoping it would trigger memories in anyone who had crossed his path. The phrase, "guys down the hill," resonated deeply, leading them to explore the area he referenced. Neighborhood watch groups emerged, mobilizing volunteers to join the search for the missing girls. Social media campaigns flooded the internet, sharing the girls' photos and details of the case. Despite the efforts, days turned into weeks, and the silence from the community grew heavier. Anxiety began to seep into the town's atmosphere, with whispers of fear surrounding the neighborhoods. Local media outlets reported every development, yet the killer's identity remained a haunting mystery. The police released sketches based on witness descriptions, aiming to jog memories within the community. Frustration mounted as leads turned cold, and the community struggled to cope with the uncertainty. As hope began to wane, a striking detail in the video was uncovered, reigniting the investigation. As the detail in the video was analyzed, a sense of urgency filled the air. Investigators gathered around a screen, focused and determined. They pointed out the peculiar movement of a shadow in the background, suggesting the presence of someone else at the scene. Sketch artist Maria arrived. She was tasked with bringing the shadowy figure to life based on the video evidence. The sketches began to take form. With every stroke, the investigators hoped for a clearer image of who they were dealing with. Eyewitness testimonies were collected.
Each account added layers of detail, but contradictions also emerged.
Details from several witnesses painted a confusing picture. One described an older man, another a younger one. The discrepancy in the descriptions puzzled everyone. Who were these men, and how were they connected to the case? As leads grew cold, the community felt the weight of uncertainty. Social media buzzed with theories and speculation. Detective Sarah took the sketches to the streets, hoping someone might recognize the faces drawn from the descriptions. A brief encounter with a shopkeeper led to a new lead. He recalled seeing a man resembling the sketches weeks prior. The man's description matched the younger sketch. Excitement built within the team as they explored this new connection. With each new piece of information, the urgency to act intensified. Leads were followed immediately. The next destination was a local gym where the man had been seen training. Time was of the essence. Arriving at the gym, the team split up, scanning the area for any signs of the man described by the shopkeeper. After a thorough search, they spotted a man fitting the description. He appeared distracted and anxious. With caution, Sarah approached him, identifying herself and asking a few questions that could provide clarity. As she spoke, the man shifted nervously, glancing around as if weighing his options for a quick exit. He began to respond, but his words were hesitant. It was clear he was hiding something. Sarah noticed his body language and realized they needed to build trust quickly. This might be their only lead. With a few more probing questions, she aimed to find the missing link connecting the young man to the vanished girls. As the conversation continued, the gym's ambiance shifted. Other patrons began to notice their interaction. Feeling the eyes on them, the man seemed to falter, fear creeping into his expression. Just then, he muttered the name of someone they hadn't expected, hinting at a deeper connection to the case. As the name landed, Sarah felt a surge of hope. This revelation could be the turning point they desperately needed. As Sarah absorbed the name, she felt urgency rise within her.
Who was this person, and what did they know? The young man leaned closer, eyes scanning the room.
I don't know much, but I heard whispers about him at the bar last week, he murmured. Sarah's instincts kicked in. She needed to track this lead. Can you tell me more about the bar? She asked intently. The young man described the bar, frequently visited by locals. Sarah jotted down every detail, hoping for clarity. Later that night, Sarah researched the bar online. Reviews mentioned a regular known for his odd behavior. The name resurfaced in her mind: Lucas, a man with a troubled past, rumored to be involved in shady dealings. Driven by curiosity, Sarah decided to visit the bar, determined to confront Lucas and uncover the truth. Inside, the atmosphere buzzed with conversations. Sarah spotted Lucas sitting alone, a drink in hand. With resolve, Sarah approached him. Lucas, I need to talk to you about the girls that went missing. Can you help? Lucas paused, his expression shifting. I might know something, but you need to be careful. People are watching, he warned. Tension thickened as Sarah leaned in closer, ears straining to catch every word. Lucas revealed a secret rendezvous. Meet me tomorrow night at the old train station, Lucas instructed, his eyes darting nervously around the bar. Sarah stood at the old train station, the stillness thickening the air. She scanned the surroundings, heart racing. A shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. It was Lucas, his face barely illuminated, but his posture betrayed a mix of fear and determination. Lucas' voice trembled. You need to understand, what I know puts us both at risk, he whispered, glancing nervously around. Sarah took a deep breath, sensing the weight of his words. I have to know. They deserve justice, Lucas, she insisted quietly. Lucas paused, then nodded. The last girl, she was different. They knew more than we did. They were silenced. With each word, the mystery deepened. Sarah realized they were entangled in something far more sinister than she had imagined.